Hi everyone, today we'll talk about ethical hacking. But from where to start? It's a bewildering question when someone is starting in this field. So here we'll discuss together what you should really start with to master ethical hacking. Let's begin this hacking journey together. First, you need to familiarize yourself with Windows and Linux commands, like how to navigate smoothly in both of these systems, how to create, delete, hide files, or even discover hidden files. And also how to download ethical hacking tools, for example, in Debian, which is a version of Linux. You need to know how to use the commands to download like different ethical hacking tools, or even you can find the versions of Linux like Kali or Parrot that have pre-installed ethical hacking tools, and that you can just start using them right after you download these versions of Linux. I highly recommend that you start with the NDG Linux Essentials course from Cisco. You learn a lot about Linux syntax and how to use this system really smoothly and comfortably. And right after that, you have to jump into reading the book Linux Basics for Hackers, and I highly really recommend it. Second thing will be understanding network fundamentals, like protocols, versions of servers, and how they really operate. For example, protocols like TCP/IP, SSH, Telnet, HTTP, HTTP Secure, FTP, SNMP, TFTP, BGP, NFS, NTP. So you have to know how these protocols really actually work. And for example, when you ping a machine or you do a trace route, you need to understand what the response of this machine when a specific port of a protocol is open, closed, or is actually filtering, and how that really mean. And for example, when trying also to perform an Nmap scan, which is a network penetration testing tool, for example, when you do a scan on a specific IP address or on a subnet of IP addresses, you need to know and understand what every response from an IP address or port mean. For example, when you perform an Nmap scan and you receive an ICMP port unreachable, you need to know what that mean actually. Is that port is open or closed, or it's actually filtering with a firewall or an access control list. Also, you need to familiarize yourself with different concepts like the OSI model, fragmentation, encapsulation, IP addressing, like subnetting and packet routing, and also protocols that are used for security like IPsec, HTTPS, and Secure Shell, which is SSH. So to really dive into networking, I highly recommend starting with the CCNA course from Cisco, because you'll really learn a lot about networking, about routing, switching, about security protocols, about different concepts, about network analysis, and about like automation, and a lot of different concepts. And there is even a whole part specified for network security, so that you'll learn about access control lists, type of network attacks, and you'll really understand wireless security protocols and how they really operate. So the third thing is you need to familiarize yourself with different tools and techniques of ethical hacking. Like for example, you can choose a specific task to do, like information gathering or OSINT, which is open source intelligence. For example, tools like the Harvester, the OSINT framework, Maltego, Foca, or Netcraft. You can choose specific tools like this, and you try to learn how to use it, its configuration and its syntax, and how it really actually works from the inside, or if it's a GUI based interface or like a terminal, as it depends on the tool. Or for gathering information and identifying IoT devices, tools like Shodan and Census. You have to get familiar with these interfaces. And for all these concepts that we are discussing in this video, I made a whole course on the platform Teachable that contain everything that we're discussing here about ethical hacking and starting this amazing journey. And there is also a lot of different other tools for example, network analysis like Nmap or NSC, which is Nmap scripting engine, or Wireshark, or other tools for vulnerability analysis like OWASP-Zap or ZAttack proxy, or Metasploit, Nessus, or for web application penetration testing like Burp Suite. You need to know and to get familiar with all these tools. And the fourth thing, which is understanding cryptography and hashing algorithms like AES 256-bit, which is advanced encryption standard, or DES 256-bit, or the RSA. For example, when using encryption algorithms like this, whether it's for information or file or disk encryption, you need to understand the differences between the encryption algorithms to choose the right algorithm from them, as it depends on the object that you're actually encrypting. Also, you have to grasp how secure protocols use these cryptographic algorithms to encrypt data, files, or even voice. And there is also the hashing algorithms like the SHA 256 and the MD5. So when we use password cracking tools like Hydra, Hashcat, John the Ripper, Medusa, you'll understand how it really works from the inside and what specific syntax and options to use in these tools to simplify the cracking process. So for example, when you find the file of hashes of a system, you have to know the type of hashes that you find to further specify the right option to crack them. For example, with Hashcat, with the -- format, you have to specify the type of file that you found. So the last thing I really recommend is to start learning scripting languages like Python, PowerShell, Bash, Perl. All of these languages can really help you on a higher level for tasks automation and also for creating your own tools. Why not? For really mastering Python scripting, I really recommend that you dive into the Black Hat Python book, and I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. I hope all what we've talked about gave you a more clear view about ethical hacking. So enjoy your journey. See you soon.